So what we were getting the issue on the previous class, so we are not able to see the changes which I have made, the changes on the UI label like color changes and color coding over there. So still we have tried multiple ways, but it won't like those changes are not appearing on the UI label. What will be the changes? I'll check it out why it's not appearing, because we have clear out the cache, we have see the changes, everything. So yeah, I'll check it out and I'll get back to you on the next class, or I'll inform you via on my WhatsApp. Okay. So what the issue? Okay. So next we have in our bucket, it's user administration, correct? And user administration contains the user group user roles. Administration is kind of it contains the multiple ways of admining the forms and your uh, forms and everything over there. Forms, some system configuration, some other parts also, correct? So it's admin is not only you are providing the access to the user, but additionally what general ways people can do into the application, those also be the like it's a part of your job responsibility as an admin. So you have to jump over there, you have to see that, look out the like if you are going to apply the UI policy, it's a topics, but I'm just giving the idea. So whatever the changes I need to apply on the UI, so it's only some kind of you are giving the some kind of some steps, some additional power. You have to perform some changes into this particular application, correct? So those will be capabilities. So that's why I've given the a separation between the, it's not only the admin, it's a user administration only. So you how to handle the user record, how you provide the access to the user, and those things will be it will be covered into the on the particular topic, correct? So how you will provide the access, group roles, and those things comes into the picture. Before that, already I've covered these points like the profiles. What I can see on here, I can see this user. It's a self-service. It's kind of end user. So end user, how they, what data or what information it will appear for them. So it's kind of that, correct? So my like no, my profile. So it's profile that is appear. Okay. Now the preference. Why am I walking through the all the things, so that whenever you have a basic changes or basic informations over there, what where I can see, where I can check, where I can do the things. Sometimes the user belongs to business side, so they will say like, I don't want this, I want other things. Right now it's a dark thing, so now I need to change it on the default mode, correct? So you have to go over there, just change it and done. Refresh the page. See? Oh, shit. It's applied, but it's not showing, correct? This is the challenge sometimes with the UI when you are making the changes. So it's a part of, you can understand, it's sometime some type of it's a um, it's a cons into this service now. It's a not negative. It's a basic the improvement that they need to do, but we have to bear with that. Correct? Okay, so we can display the rest of the things. So it's On the user side, if I'll go over there, let me just show. Okay. Okay, so I'll go over there, I display it, and you can see I can change my time zone and everything over here. Use default, use dashboard. What would be the our default page when you are into the when you are uh, landing page, or you can say what it would be appear. So we can choose, we can make those changes, correct? And these are the common thing like no show result from other menus when filtering menus, correct? So it will be appear over there when you are making the you can make those changes, and we it will be appear. Sorry, load a related list in classic forms with form after loads form and on demand. So what does mean? I'll show you. Some slowness, bear with me. Just change it out the view so that it will be appear. Do not worry about view. I will discuss on this part. So, okay, these are the related links. Okay, so what I will do, okay, after loads, I'll make those changes. Anything else? Okay. Okay, page loaded. There is no related list. Okay. So now when the page loaded, after that disappear, correct? So by name you can understand after the form loads, then your related list will appear, correct? Related list is this, correct? Which we have talked yesterday on the different on the other classes. So this is on demand when you require, then only it appears, correct? So same way. User compact spacing. So it's related to these spaces. And now it's taking time. Okay, that's cool. So let me, okay. If you can see my screen, which screen you are able to see, just allow me. Okay, okay, okay. So I'll show you the spacing related things so that you can compare it. Come on, because it's a small things, but sometimes it's matter for like some of the people's, correct? So they don't want to in such a way, correct? It you can see this part, some spaces got removed from the you can see into the whatever the uh, data is showing here, correct? It's some the spaces are not as much required, correct? So if I'll change it that too, and I'll refresh it. Now you can see it's black right now, it's showing white. So it's a kind of it's a ServiceNow behavior. So let me refresh it. Okay, cool. Now you can see the spaces are there. You can compare over here also, correct? So it's a small thing, but the service now covered everything over there. So show help tips on the form, so it will appear. always show the top navigation, so it will also show over there. Just check it out, those like, no, try it at your end, because it's a all already the verbiage is like well defined, so you can go through the options, you can check it out. If any confusion is there or any question arises in your mind, definitely connect with me, or you feel free to ask on the next class. Okay, any question till now here?
No, no, all good.
Okay, thank you. So this is also a well defined, you can see at like make those changes and see on the other tabs what's appearing, what it's showing. So on list view, on the form, whatsoever, you can catch it via the images also. You can read it out the whatever the verbiage. So on that basis, you can make those changes. You can make the changes and see the what changes, what will be the outcomes over there. Correct? Because it's a way of interacting into the service now. So how you will interact, correct? So those things you need to uh, self you need to try, self way you need to read it, self way you need to extract it, what the changes is there, so that it's kind of you are going to use to with these this application particularly, correct? Correct. So it's notification, it's advancing. So once we will be notification side, so we will discuss those points, correct? It's not usually people utilize it, but still it's in our bucket, so we will cover it, correct? So whatever the things, it's also a small thing which you can read it out, what I need to make changes, what do not. So you can uh, if you want to explore it, you can explore, or you let me know. Like once we will be into the notification, we will cover that topic too. Okay, but at least you just walk through the options, what they are, what they are mentioning, like what they try to uh, show the overall the um, details over there. So you can walk through that. Debugging, it's a script debugger, UIX, and automated framework page inspector. So it's we will check it out those options, because once you will be into the after you know about how to write the script, what need to be checked, where I can apply it, then we will see these options, or we have a multiple options to check those details or find out those bugs over there. Okay. Okay, so we are good with the preferences. Impersonate impersonation is so whomsoever in your system or in your user profile is active, those people can be impersonated directly without their taking password or any access permission. As an admin, you can impersonate as same as they have the access, correct? So it's kind of it's a you are getting into their system without their knowledge, but those only those changes or those, sorry, those authorized people will have the only the admin roles will be there only. Okay. So if you belong to admin roles, or if you are admin, so definitely you are able to impersonate. If there is any customization or separately they not applied any policy, or that customizations, something restrictions or something they written down something, only these two additional roles will allow to access the uh, uh, impersonation functionality, correct? So this is also referencing to user table. Any user into the table, you directly impersonate it. You can see how they are uh, uh, they interacting with their application. Sometimes people new to the application, so in other application I'm talking about, you have to separately take the user login, then you have to log in and you have to see all the changes at your end. But in ServiceNow, it's a cloud based and it's a URL accessible. So just you need to impersonate with that user. You can see I impersonated with that user. Still, it's loading. I don't know why it's not appearing. So yeah, here we go. Okay. So I can see how it's look like for that particular person, correct? So I can see she's this, I'm impersonating, and these are the details. I can see she have such kind of application access. I can impersonate with other persons. So let's see if any unique access would be there. Might be. Let's see. Hmm. Usually, when you're going to some kind of development, you can see it's got changed. Now the performance analytics workspace, history, favorites, and all. I'll go through. You can see I scroll down only this much of application. This guy have access. Correct? You can see only if you see only this much of application. If I impersonate with uh, you can see able tutor. They have also a limited access. If I'll end the impersonation, now you can see how much application I do have access. Correct? So such a way of like when you're impersonating, you are seeing the real time uh, access to the user. Correct? But it will be vary from instance to instance. If you remember, I talked about the development instance, test instance, and production. So you have to check it out as per the uh, requirement. So if they are saying that in production, uh, when you're going for any kind of support or operation, so user will usually say like this way, hey, I do not able to see that dashboard which earlier I was able to see. Correct? So you need to find out is that any group changes or any details have been changed. So you have to impersonate and you need to walk through what he is able to see or he made any changes. So you just go over there, impersonate. Okay, let me impersonate and I'll let you know. So you will check it out and you will refine the details as per the user requirement. Okay. Now coming to the uh, user administration. Why I am taking this time on these such small topics? Because these will playing the crucial role on upcoming topics. Correct. So when I'll say some requirement, this is user, and you need to make this those changes. If there is some user, you have to make those basic configuration. If there is a new instance, so we have to make those color coding changes. Correct. So those changes or those configuration you need to perform, correct? And usually we will going to interact with user roles groups in upcoming scripting and upcoming topics would be there, so you have to be careful on these topics.
So I have one question, Gaurav.
Yeah, okay.
Uh, like you told about impersonate user. So like from my limited knowledge of kind of site tracker, what I can assume, like is it something like cloning a kind of tracker,
No,
like
no, no,
different?
no,
Okay,
it's
so
okay, go ahead
uh,
with your question.
yeah, so if an admin has a control over like uh, a user, like he can impersonate a user. So he is he like can he make the changes as well? What are the changes he can make, and will it not be a problematic or chaotic for the other user who is already working on that stuff, if the admin can make changes, if he can personate the user?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. That's why I'm telling you. So when you're impersonating, you can do the changes as the details will appear that this user have been made the changes, correct? But and into the logs, into the other way around, we have a tracking details. So where you can watch it out the details who have been logged in, who have been impersonated. On that basis, you can track down the details, correct? So usually when you are impersonating, you are not going to the impersonate on the productions, correct? When you're impersonating on the production, it's only for the knowledge purpose. Knowledge in terms of if someone says like, hey Gaurav, I'm not able to access this field on that form, correct? So let's say like someone says, hey Gaurav, I'm not able to see on incident form, let's say I'll take the one example and I'll show you. Okay, so let's say like no, he mentioned that I'm not able to see urgency field on my form, correct? And other people will like they are able to see those field on their form, on incident form, correct? So you don't know because the other colleagues are able to see and they are belongs to same group and same everything and feel that everything is fine, why he is not able to see, correct? So then you have to
Right.
impersonate and you will verify those requirements or those issues, and then after you can see like what the changes, whatever the things. Usually you are not going to play around with their data, or you are not allowed to create any data or any record changes when you're impersonating into the production. Definitely,
Mhm.
this is a restricted, and this one is one of the best practices we have to follow.
Right. So he can make changes, but he's not allowed to make changes. That's
Yes,
what you mean?
absolutely.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, you're most welcome. So now we have to type the user. Lots of user coming out, correct? So we have to scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. Here we go. Correct? User administration. I'll take it this. I'll sorry. Okay, so this is a all the user related. What we can say, it's a user administration related. All the modules are there, correct? So we will not going to talk about everything, but we will talk about the uh, major one. It's users, groups, roles, correct? And rest of the things, as we have a requirement, we have need to make the changes, I'll let you know. So okay, so first we will start from user. This is a user profile. So whatever the user profile existed and they are active, here you can see active. I'll open one record. Okay, is active. The only active user is able to log in into the service now. Now the how they can log in, there is multiple ways. It depends on organization to organization how they configure. If you heard about the SSO, single sign on, so it's a you logged in one application, automatically it will be configured in on backend, so it automatically whenever you are accessing the company instance, then automatically you will be able to log it. But it's still Your user record should be existed in the user table. Correct? These are the core tables I'm talking about right now. It's a user is a core table for ServiceNow. So core in terms of these tables should be existed, and these are like controlled, and everything is inherited in every area of application. Whatever the application means, whatever the global applications we talked about yesterday, and any area of application, these users uh, are playing going to play the crucial role. You will come to know, like, next classes how it's playing the role. So I can give you the one example. You can see the collar is there, and if I'll search it like on a search box, correct? So you can see this is the sys user table, and you can find by the name also. Now I'll see here, uh, I can see here it's a user table, and this is a user list, correct? Same record is appearing here. So why it's these fields accessing the user record? Now this is a uh, thought process, correct? I'm just giving thought process, how it's up, why they have applied this user details, correct? So let's say, like, no, you got the email, and that email ID is coming from some DL. So DL is like, no, directory list. So DL is a anyone send it the email, but you could not identify who is contacting. Only you got the email from common email ID, so you are not able to identify if he or she not applied or not added the his signature on the email, correct? So by the same way, when it's got created, that record incident ticket has been created, if the caller will not there, then you could not understand for any query whom to contact. You're getting my point? So this particular field play a crucial role. So you know that who is created that record, and whom to as a uh, fulfiller, you come to know, like, whom to contact for the particular incident if I have any query. Got it? So now the user, this is the user which I have opened. Again, I'm opening. Okay. So this is the user record. So what does contain it? What does contain? We will check it out. User contains the user ID, email, language, first name, last name, everything is there, correct? So now you have to set the password. You need to select this. This is one of the buttons, so you can set the password, generate the password. It got generated, copy, and you can share with the respective user, correct? Earlier it was there, one of the field which was there, and you can create your own password, and you can share with the guy. But now the service now changed the way, and it's appearing by clicking on the set password. Okay, all the things, it's not mandatory to fill out. Whatever the asterisk mark, or those are mandatory fields, only those fields should need to fill. If you do not fill out, then it will uh, ask to some pop-up or some alert message would be pop up over there, correct? Now coming back to, this is the user record. It's nothing else. I cannot give you the more insight because uh, it's a basic term. So I'm just giving the brief idea. What's the user profile? What the use of that, and where we can utilize it, and how it's playing the crucial role for accessing the ServiceNow application. So this is the one of the crucial table. How I would know that the which table, correct? The table this data belongs. First, by the name, we should know that this is the application, the user's application. But the table name, when I'll ask the table name, so there are multiple ways, but the simplest way you can watch it out. This is user. This is the table name. This user is the table name. Got it? So underscore list dot do. So it's showing that we are into the list. If I remove that word, what what will be, what it's going to be happen? Let's see. It's open the form, blank form. Got it? So when I'll add again the list word underscore list, okay, so this will appear. Got it?
Can
And
you repeat it once again? Repeat it once again.
yeah, yeah. It's a so first thing, how I will come to know on which table this user record is saving, correct? Everything into system in ServiceNow as well as any application, it's saving into one data, and data that uh, we will call usually the data, and the data is saving into the database, correct? And that database referencing some unique ID or unique name of that particular record where like no, it's saving. So same way, when we are creating any record into the users, so that users also that data is saving into some database, correct? What the database name, correct? So the database name, usually we can see from here many ways we can see. Just I'm giving the brief like no short idea, I would say. It's a shortcut. So where I can see from here, you see user, this is the table name. And right now in may might be you are going on other application, that database name after some NIV, another UI, and then after it will appear. So you will watch it out where it's showing that uh, this kind of dot do, correct? So you'll before that whatever the uh, before the whatever the slash, and after that do, in between then whatever the words are or the sentence would be there. So that is the table name. It's a backend name of this table, I would say. Okay. We will see onto the tables also, but I'll just give you the idea. If anyone asks what is the table name of users table, so you have to mention that sys underscore user. Okay. Now, if I'll click on this way, then it will show me the blank data. Correct? It's showing me the blank form. Correct? So you need to create it, and you can do the rest of the thing. Now, if I want to see the list, then I have to underscore. I have to put it there, list. It's show again. It's showing the list record. Correct. The rest of the things you will come to know later on. I'll explain it what they are, why they are utilizing. But only in short, I'm just giving the idea. If anyone asks what you need, how you will get the idea, like no, or what the users, what the user table is. Okay, is it clear or any confusion? In
So once you remove the list, then you will get the exactly the blank form, right?
yeah, yeah, it's getting the plain form. Okay,
Right, right.
okay, okay. Then it's cool. So this is the user profile, I would say. Okay. Now jump over the groups. Okay. Changes. See, I made the changes, small changes, and now it's not a big. Now you can see these are the tabs of was not able. Earlier it was not appear. Correct? Such a way you have to remember all the simple concept. Okay. Okay. So this is a group. Correct? What is the use of group exactly? So when you are into the organization, some uh, you named out department. So department is kind of the group name, correct? The department, if you're saying that I am IT department, so it's a group name. But under IT department, the many peoples are working, correct? Under the group, or you can say under the department, the many peoples are working, correct? So it will be easy to connect with any IT people, correct? Let's say like uh, if what else I can give you the example. So how your neighbors or relatives or like uh, long relatives come to know like which from where you belong, correct? So you will take some name, correct? If you're saying that I am belongs to if you're abroad, so you will say like I belongs to India. So it's kind of a group name, and it contains multiple regions and all. It doesn't matter, but abroad you will say I am from India. It's a country indicating that it's a group of peoples, correct? So if you're India, you will say someone asks from the north or west or east, so they will ask where you belong. So you will say like I belong to Andhra Pradesh, correct? So they will come to know like which region you are and where you are, correct? So it's kind of indicating your group name. So if anyone is from south, if someone belongs to a north, so if like people ask about, hey, where you belongs to, on which state, so you'll mention from Maharashtra, Gujarat. So people come to know like know which area you are belongs to, correct? So which state you are belong to, usually like what the behavior and everything you come to know. The same way the group is indicating, so it's contain the group of peoples, correct? So whatever the group name, it's anything you named out. So group will show the indicating group of peoples where it contains the members. Members is like no the how many members belongs to that group, correct? So same way in a state how many uh, uh, the the peoples are there into the Andhra or some other state, correct? So same way, how many members are belongs to here? And again, this will belong to your okay, actually, sorry. It's a new user you need to create, correct? Again you can see here. This is new user. I can create via the group also by clicking on new. But usually you don't have to create any new user via group. Always you have to follow the standard way. If anyone says you need to create manually, then you'll have to use the new button. Otherwise, it won't. Usually, what happens? You all the user record data will taken from your AD Active Directory. What is Active Directory? Active Directory is kind of a collection of your user record, which handled by the different team and different application, and those application